Hey, how you doing? That was Judas Priest. No, we heard Judas Priest. We already heard that. Iggy Pop. Some Weird Sin is the name of that. That's actually from 1977 from his album Lust for Life. Everybody plays Lust for Life. I don't know why I would do that. And then Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds and Supernaturally, and that took me right into my ghost story with Arqum and Joe. the weird things in life. You got the headphones on. You can adjust the microphone to your specifications. I put them up because I knew both you guys were gonna sit up real good and tall guys. Hey, both of you guys were at the Los Angeles Music Awards. What'd you think, Joe? What'd you think?
Good, nice.
Yeah. It was crazy.
It was a little bit crazy, yeah.
It's crazy. But everybody did the best they could. It was trying to get on the air there was just a joke.
Yeah.
We went in and we went to the soundboard and we wanted to actually broadcast the show. It didn't happen. The sound guys were, I won't say dumb, but they just looked at me with a blank look of total, like, now what do I do? And I'm just going, these are the guys they hired? Sorry, guys, get a job. Arqum Iqbal is in the room. He has a new CDs I'm holding in my hand called H and Q, and featuring Arqum Iqbal, which is really your name.
Yeah.
It's Turkish, right?
It is,
You
yes,
told me
that's right.
last
Yeah, yeah.
time. So is this what you were working on when you gave me the raw copy of it?
It was,
last
yeah. You
time?
got the first copy before you even had it in production.
It was really cool, man. And you're going to play acoustic for us tonight?
We're going to play a couple songs, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's play a track off this album. What do you recommend? This reader I have here doesn't tell me what it is, but I see Holidays in the Sun and Into the Fire and Strike Me Down.
What about Moody Girl?
Moody Girl sounds good. That's track 2 here on the album.
Yep.
On the International Experience on Kong. Arqum Iqbal. Where are you? Oh, here it is. Start that again. Hold on. Okay. Don't come with electronic equipment around me today. It won't work.
Crazy. It makes my mind lazy. Oh, yeah. When the girl gets crazy, oh, yeah. It makes my mind lazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. In the morning, she's sad in the day, a fighter in the nighttime, like on the streets of PA. She's sexy in the morning, and a failure in the day, an outcast in the nighttime, like a druggie at a rave. She's a moody girl and it's a free world, but I've learned her trail. She's a moody girl and it's a free world, just my type of girl. She's complicated in the morning and playful in the day.
And you should have won the award, man.
Tell me about it.
Well, what are you going to do? Oh, let's go into the next one. I like that, but I bet you're going to play that because it's acoustic. Hey,
we are actually.
We'll prove it tonight.
I don't know. That's the wrong side. KongMonsterRock.net. I do have your website up here. It's Arqum Iqbal. That's ARQUM, one word, IQBAL.com. And you can find out all about the stuff he's doing. He has music and you have videos, right?
And a couple videos up there.
Is this available for download yet?
I think you can watch it on the site. I don't think it's available for download.
I think you're the coolest guy, man.
Yeah.
This is the coolest guy.
He's not going to be able to get through the door if you keep talking.
It really is. It's cool, man. You know, you're humble, and I think that's really important with a musician. You know, I think in any form of any kind of public, where you're in front of the public, you know. My grandfather taught me that, and I'm far from being humble. I'm working on it, but you know, if you work on it a little bit, I think you wind up being a winner eventually. You know, sometimes you don't win right away, dude. It took me 40 years to get one award. Okay,
really?
So I didn't get any national broadcasting because I've been on the fringe since I started. You know, I never sold out to corporate radio. I wouldn't. I always produce my own stuff like you do because I refused to sell out like that. You know, Zappa did the same thing. He never would, and Tom Petty, I admire him. You know about him, right? He doesn't have corporate sponsors. And I just think he's fantastic in that respect that he can earn it himself.
Yeah,
you know, some people can't do that. And with the Stones and the Who, I've lost a bit of respect, but they're still great bands. But,
Yeah.
you know, they're still the greatest bands in the world, two of the greatest. So tell me about the genesis of the album and how you came up with the ideas for the names of the tunes. Like, like the one here, Hippie Hater. Really?
You know, that's
Pretty much.
You should.
You mean of the 21st century?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the
The limousine liberals and the hippies.
Fuck those. They're the yuppie assholes
yeah.
of today. You know that.
Oh,
But no,
that's it's tongue in cheek. You
right,
know.
yeah, I got you. But the hippies that we're thinking of that were cool were the
Right,
ones like
yeah.
you know in the Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix era.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it was Mitch Mitchell's 3 years ago on the 12th. He passed away in a hotel room in I think it was England. God bless him. One of the great drummers of all time. But Hippie Hater. I just want to play it.
Okay.
Can we do it?
You'll like it.
Because I'm interested to know, you know, what it's all about. Okay, Hippie Hater here from Arqum Iqbal. And Joe, you're on this track, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I wanna drive it free, yes. I wanna drive it free, yes. Put on the battery, acid on Venus. Put on the battery, acid on Venus. The government can make me wear my shoes. Government can make me wear my shoes. Talking about my bullshit political views. Talking about my bullshit political views. Got a got a pair of scissors. Got a pair of scissors. Come on, let me cut your hair. Come on, let me cut your hair. Look at what you wear. Come on and let me cut your hair. I don't need to give me no job. I don't need to give me no job. Pay all my money to the government, mom. Pay all my money to the government, mom. I think they better give me help that quick. I think they better give me help that quick. Cause I think I'm feeling just a little sick. Cause I think I'm feeling just a little sick. Got a pair of scissors. Got a pair of scissors. Got a pair of scissors. Come on, let me cut your hair. Come on, let me cut your hair. Look at what you wear. Come on and let me cut your hair. got myself some ecstasy. Now I can live my fantasies. Now I can live my fantasies. Got a pair of scissors. Got a pair of scissors. Got a pair of scissors. Come on, let me cut your hair. Come on, let me cut your hair. Look at what you wear. Come on and let me cut your hair. Hippie hater.
Yeah, we're just having fun here on Kong, MonsterRock.net. We're part of the Radio Domination streaming network. We have 3 radio stations. Kong here, we play classic rock, and this crazy show, which has been on now for almost 2 years on the internet. Actually started in '79, long time. Haven't been on that long with this show, but we're back. Simulcast on the X, KXRX.net in Seattle, Washington. A couple of mentions here. Our new sponsor is Thunderbeat. This lady's incredible. Last week we had these Native Americans from Sedona, and one guy had a 1,000-year-old Mayan crystal skull, and he sat it right there. It was on tour with all these other skulls. I don't know if it was real or not, but if you go on the internet, it could be. You know? Because the guy talked about it so much like it was a person. You had to be here. His name was Lionfire.
Yeah,
and then
that's what he was telling you.
My producer over there was going like, I interviewed the guy for like 3 hours. It was great. You know, and he kept talking about acid, and I'm thinking he's on it right now.
Yeah.
You had to be here. So this other woman, she was really sweet. She's a half Choctaw and a half, I think, Apache. She did this wonderful album I want to talk about called Mayan Landing 2012. Her name is Thunderbeat, and it's really good. It's like a cross between, she uses all Native American instruments and flutes and harps, and she plays everything, and then she does the vocals with 5 different kinds of harmonies in Choctaw and Lakota. It's absolutely amazing. You can get it on our website. It's called Mayan Landing. In the right-hand corner, you'll see a link to Thunderbeat's Mayan Landing 2012. It's like Pink Floyd on acid in a cave in Arizona. That's what it's. And they were here. It was weird. I loved it. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we have Planet Floyd, the best of Pink Floyd, hosted by Stephen Duncan. Beatles Caravan, hosted by Paul Madrid, who's been on LA radio for a really long time. And from Seattle, Washington, we have 1 hour of the best of Led Zeppelin with Jaden Prince doing Lunch with Led. Hey, you guys know who Matt Apps is? He's the drummer for Government Mule. Well, these guys are connected to the Allman Brothers. They were here on another show, and we recorded it. And in the middle of the show, there were commercials. We're trying this new thing. So it's screwed up kind of the broadcast. So we're going to rebroadcast it Wednesday at 5 for all you Allman Brothers fans and for all you people who love Government Mule and the Planet of the Apps who are going on tour. Real nice guys, so we'll replay that. Don't worry. It's all okay. Don't get me around any more electronics today. I might erase your hard drive. Hey, my cat likes fire. Fire, fire. One time when I first got her, I had this candle on the table. Look at her tail. And I looked over and her tail was on fire. Seriously. So and I had her like 3 days. I go, man. And she just was looking at me like nothing was wrong. So I just threw water on her. Oh, she was pissed for a week. I go, at least you didn't have 4th degree or 3rd degree burns, lady.
It's like fire likes her.
Fire,
too.
fire. Fire, fire. Yeah, man. Anyway, you're listening to The International Experience with Arqum Iqbal. What is your last name, Joe?
Rullo.
Rullo. And you guys want to set up to play acoustic?
Sure, we'll set up.
All right. You have a request for something you'd like to hear? One of your favorite bands? One of your favorite artists?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Arqum.
I'm a big Hell Yeah fan. I don't know if you got that.
Who?
Hell Yeah?
Hell Yeah?
Yeah.
That's more modern rock, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
What about classic rock in the realm of who is influenced?
Metallica.
Metallica? You know, I just saw this special called on Metal. You know, Metal Day was last week, National Metal Day, and the guy from Slayer and Gwar and Metallica, the guitarist, they all talked about the influence of the blues and Robert Johnson on their music and jazz. The big band jazz was a huge influence on Ozzy Osbourne. You have to see the special. They were all watching like Cab Calloway and getting and he said if you listen to the first song Black Sabbath ever did, Black Sabbath on the first album, you'll hear a Buddy Rich influence. That's what Bill Ward said. I said, Buddy Rich, you know who Buddy Rich is? He was one of the greatest drummers that ever lived. And addicted to heroin, and he got off heroin, and he had his own band, and he influenced heavy metal.
Yeah, one of the few drummers that ever actually had his own band.
Yeah,
He was a
one of the
headliner.
greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he drummed for Dorsey, Tom Dorsey, and Ellington, and everybody. You know, and for him, when you think about metal, you don't really think about Robert Johnson and Pink Anderson, who was the influence on Syd Barrett and Pink Floyd, and you don't think about these artists or Fred Astaire, you know, or these things who were influenced, where you hear this guy in a guar costume going, you know, I like Louis Armstrong, you know, and I'm going, he's in that monster thing, and his lips are moving, and he's talking about Fred Astaire and Louis Armstrong influencing guar, and all I could think of, I don't hear it. I'll play For Whom the Bell Tolls. I don't know which version it is. I got like 8 versions of this.
Hello there, I'm Daffy Duck, and I'm not
No, that's
thanking
Daffy
nobody
Duck.
for nothing. If I have to thank anybody, I'd thank me for, well,
I don't know how we got in there.
sweet little old me.
Well, that was
It's one of my big influences. Daffy.
he said he was talking about Thanksgiving, so it works. Okay, here it is. I think this is with the orchestra. Arqum's next with Joe. Going to set up live and play some acoustic. Oh man, how come the song ended like that? I pay 11 cents to a Lithuanian download service.
Crop circles are what they're called.
Crop circles. Those Lithuanians. 11 cents for a download. See, but the thing about that is I put it on Kong and the artist gets paid because we pay BMI ASCAP licensing fee where they don't. So I'll get it so the artist gets paid, man. I don't dig it when an artist doesn't get paid. I think, if you're on the radio, you're like now, I don't know if it's BMI ASCAP, but we'll log it in. And, what do they give you nowadays? A dime? 50 cents? What is it?
Something like that.
A nickel? The record company guy at the top, the 1%ers, they're the one that keep it. That's for sure. But you love making music, huh? You've been doing it a long time, huh?
Yeah, the last few years, pretty seriously.
Yeah. Before that, did you play any other instruments?
I was always playing, just not really putting music out there.
But now you are. Is this your second CD?
Well, I've got two other instrumentals and one EP instrumental that's out too.
Oh, yeah?
It's first with vocals.
That's the first
Cool.
one with vocals, yeah.
All right. Okay, last time you didn't play, and I'm looking forward to it. This is Arqum Iqbal and Joe on... do you have an instrument or are you just going to sing?
No, I'm just going to sing.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
I played the dashboard, but I couldn't bring it in.
The voice is an instrument on the International Experience. You guys.
Take advice from fools and thieves. You take advice that you don't even need. You walk around and you just can't see. The advice has made your life embarrassing. You have to be strong to live long. Stop the path of deception. You have to be strong to get on the right direction. You play damage to get what you want. The damaged life, it's not what you thought. Your life has become a total disgrace. You never let people spit in your face. You have to be strong to live long. Stop the path of deception. You have to be strong to get on the right direction. The games you play, they have failed you so. It's finally time for them to go. Now what kind of future do you see? Keep playing these games and they'll destroy your dreams. You have to be strong to live long. Stop the path of deception. You have to be strong to get on the right direction. You have to be strong to live long. Stop the path of deception. You have to be strong to get on the right direction.
All right. I agree with all those lyrics. Did you write the lyrics, Joe?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
As they used to say, bitchin'. Hey, Arqum, did you see our new website? I want you to advertise on it, man. You see this? Oh, your mic's not on. You see this? This is our new website. And down here, I was talking about that woman. You look, it clicks through right to her website. Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch how fast it is. Well, it's supposed to be, but it goes right to her website. Well, yeah, I'm trying to show you. But anyway, it goes right there, and it's thunderbeat.com. And there it is. There's
there
her
you go.
wonderful
There you
website. For $5 for the month, you can have a little ad like that. It's we're looking for people, just musicians, to come on and help support the website and the radio station.
Yeah, I'll do it for sure.
So you know, we'll talk about it. You know, we didn't want to charge anything, and then the server wanted money. So we figured the way that we would, instead of having a pledge drive and becoming like NPR, we'd say to musicians and people with new albums and stuff, $5 for a month, and it's called impressions. So it's like 2 months. I'm a salesman on the air. I could have been a really good used car salesman and not sold a damn thing. But when it comes to radio, not too bad. So you put your album right there. Look at that Pink Floyd, like we all need that album again. Do you have Dark Side of the Moon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody has Dark Side.
Vinyl.
So tell me about that song. Is that your disheartening feelings about humanity?
I wish it was. I don't know where it came from.
Oh man, don't you spit on me, motherfucker! I like it, man. It's really cool. And so that's unreleased.
No, that's on the.
Oh, it's on.
the
Which
album,
one is it?
Right Direction.
Definitely, it is the right direction. So anyway, you're listening to KongMonsterRock.net, where you can get ads for almost nothing. If you want to come in, or I'll do an NPR drive, and you can send me I tried that on another station with this what they call a tip jar. I made $10 in a year. You know, it's internet radio. You got to do what you can to survive on the air, and that's what we do here. I've been 2 years. I think I was off for 3 days because I was transferring from one station to the next. But, you know, I shake when I'm not doing my show. I'm addicted. I'm like a drug addict that has to have radio. What about you and music, man?
Yeah, definitely.
You got to have music.
Gotta
What
play.
if there was none? You know, you go
man.
crazy. Like tonight, that shit's breaking down. I'm like, what do I do now? So I'm writing you. And in the middle of all of it, you said something magical, and it just went back on the air.
Glad I could
He's
help.
not going to be able to get through the door.
No. Now it's
ArqumIqbal.com. Hey, I see the album on the website. Hey, what's really cool, you guys, is you can buy ringtones. So if you like the music, you could have it ring on your, Android and iPhone for those
believe
two
both, yeah.
operating systems?
Yeah.
Probably work on a Windows phone, too. You don't know. You never know. And now they're advertising them, so there could be the same code as the iPhone. Because a lot of iPhone, a lot of the stuff you guys, somebody asked me this, because I have a Windows phone, and I know some of our listeners listen to TuneIn.com on it. Yes, some of the apps do work, so if you want to try it, try it. You never know. Download it first and then try it. But the album's up here. You can they download the CD, or can they buy it physically from you as well?
They can buy it physically too. Yes,
It's on Amazon.
it is on Amazon. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and Reverb Nation.
Reverb, iTunes, everywhere. Yeah.
Cool, man. That's how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to put yourself out there. That's
It's on
the way.
Spotify too. I guess that's a new thing. So it's up
Yeah,
there.
I heard about that
Yeah.
guy. How many songs did he say he had in his database? Something like 10 billion.
Something like that. Yeah.
We're just collecting everything, even the old wax cylinders that a lot of blues artists recorded
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
and then now it's being digitized. Just put it all in one place. I'm thinking, what if that server gets hacked? They better back that up 50 times or more.
What do you back it up with?
In Lithuania for 11 cents. Seriously, it's called soundike.com. It's a really cool site. I mean, there are the best bootlegs that mankind has on the earth there. I don't play those on the air. I just keep those in my collection because there's some really cool stuff. From a lot of the old classic bands like King Crimson and Genesis, and you like those bands,
Oh,
the
yeah.
early stuff,
Oh,
Peter
yeah.
Gabriel. He was on David Letterman. You know, when that happens, you know you're getting old.
Yeah.
And he eats good, too. You want to do another song, you guys?
Sure, we're gonna do a song that's not on any albums yet that we've just been working on.
Cool.
Figured we'd do that.
So you got 2 songs tonight, and then we play another track off the album. And Arqum Iqbal and Joe here singing for us.
My medicine ignites my intelligence, helps accelerate my brilliance, activates my expansive mind. I get a look into the supernatural side. They say chasing that dragon ain't nothing but trouble, gonna blow my mind like a giant bubble. My medicine paints a broken reality. What I see is a lethal fantasy. Chasing that dragon ain't nothing but trouble, gonna blow my mind like a giant bubble. My medicine paints a broken reality. What I see is a lethal fantasy. I have such a mental superiority. It muses my psychic capacity. My thoughts are on such a divine path. That's how I get my message out. They say chasing that dragon ain't nothing but trouble, blow my mind like a giant bubble. My medicine paints a broken reality. What I see is a lethal fantasy. Chasing that dragon ain't nothing but trouble, gonna blow my mind like a giant bubble. My medicine paints a broken reality. What I see is a lethal fantasy. They're always trying to get me to quit. They're not on my level and can't deal with it. Want me clean and to be like them, just more simple-minded men. They say chasing that dragon ain't nothing but trouble, gonna blow my mind like a giant bug. My medicine paints a broken reality. What I see is a lethal fantasy. Chasing that dragon ain't nothing but trouble, gonna blow my mind like a giant bubble. My medicine paints a broken reality. What I see is a lethal fantasy.
Wish you had more stuff. Love it.
That's it. We're a
That's really
two-trick
cool.
pony.
It's a great album.
Next time we'll bring the electric and
Yeah, you can
You know,
plug
hook up
right
to
into
the
my
board,
new board.
yeah.
A guy named Wildcat. God, I meet the strangest people on radio. Wildcat and Lionfire should get together and play. He could bring that crystal skull that was smiling
Right,
at me
yeah.
for 5 hours. Man, it was a weird vibe here last week. Well, I liked it. And then they did the drum circle. It was like 10:30 at night, and I'm thinking, what are my neighbors going to think? I mean, I'm talking the big Indian drums and, you know, that look like tablas. It's like 4 of those, and then they had a couple of bongos, and it was like 10:30 at night. Luckily, my neighbors weren't home or something. I don't know. Nobody complained. There's a guy over there. We had a band on, and it was a little late. It was like 10 o'clock, electric. I didn't know they were going to do this. Wildcat, okay, and his band, the Gypsy Cannibals, from Palmdale, California, from the Manson Ranch. I am not making this up. Okay, it's a movie Manson Ranch. Manson supposedly lived there. And so they brought it. They didn't know they were going to an apartment, and so they brought enough equipment for the House of Blues. So in the whole floor out there was like 4 guitars. There was an entire drum kit like Keith Moon would have. I'm just going, you guys, man, you can't set that up in here. No. So they set up part of it. So we have a neighbor over there. This building and this one are joined, and he came over with one of those football horns. And it was like 10:30 at night, right? And he came, and you couldn't see him. All you saw was the horn. It's great radio. So he's going, shut the fuck up. I got to get up at 4 in the morning. And then you heard Wildcat yelling out the window going, shut up, motherfucker, in the middle of the song. While he was singing, I'm going down the road. He goes, shut up, motherfucker. One of the best shows I've had. I had guys get arrested during my morning show last year. My wife was home, and she let in these book guys, the magazine guys. Buy this, and we go to college or something. Yeah. So she let him in. So they sat down, and all of a sudden, I'm interviewing these guys. And they didn't know what to say. So all of a sudden, there's 4 LAPD officers at my door, right? So I said, come on. I'm live on the air. There's 3,500 people listening. This is on Air FM. And so they came in, the cops, and I said, you guys want a cup of coffee or something, or you want to sit down and hang out? They said, no, we want these guys. See, it turns out the 2 guys were burglars.
Oh, great.
And my wife and I go, honey, never do that again. So they take them out, they get them out to right there. There's a little parking lot, and I take the microphone over there, and I go, okay, they're being cuffed. All right, he's telling them, watch your head while you get in the police car. You could hear it on the air. Watch your head, sir. I turned it up really loud on the board so you could hear them because it was right below me. It was a great moment in radio history. So it's been pretty weird around here the last two years. Yeah. Morning now, I try not to have guests because they might wind up to be burglars. So let's plug you have a website, Joe?
I have a studio. He's
you got the studio, huh?
Oh yeah.
You're in Hermosa Beach?
It's in Santa Fe Springs.
Santa Fe Springs.
Santa Fe Springs.
Yeah, Imperial Square Music Studios. So.
Very cool, man. Tell us about the studio.
Well, just something I always wanted to do, and finally got an opportunity to do it. So we got an engineer, Brendan. He worked on the album. B-Leaf, Brendan Sanford, who we got to thank real quick.
Brendan, thank you. But do you know how to work all the equipment in there? Yeah. So what is the board that you use?
We have a C24.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's Avid now, but it's
that's what everybody tells me. Avid, yeah. So
how
long?
We have Pro Tools HD systems.
Of course.
Yeah,
the best.
What else is there, huh?
No, you can't use anything else because I asked the ones who have the best production and do the best and are you have a brain in them. Use the Pro Tools.
It's such a great operating system, but we do a lot of outboard. I mean, we have the old SSL Logic compressor stereo.
Really?
Oh yeah, we got the old UA.
Good
so
stuff,
we do mostly live stuff. That's what we're set up. We just don't go digital.
So the microphones are what again? What do you use for mics?
We have the UA.
The UA
87. The Neumann is our type. Yeah, vocal mic.
I wanted one of those in here. I saw the price, and then my wife, she's a sound. She works in the movie industry. Grip Electric and sound. She said you'll pick up the neighbor farting across the street. You don't want one of those. That's my favorite microphone.
Oh yeah.
That particular mic was about $3,500 for one of those, right?
My wife missed a vacation or two.
Well, man, you got.
She's the best. I got to give.
Yeah, my wife too. She's decorated the room, but she, imagine letting your husband of 18 years having a radio station.
Right.
Every day we do this, but now things are changing in internet radio. People are starting to take notice. You see that happening.
Yeah, definitely.
It's still a small, select cult audience, but it's a good audience that are dedicated to finding new and unusual things on the internet, even with the advent of what Sirius XM is doing, and they went terrestrial in my mind. Most of the stuff on there, I don't know. Bob Dylan's show is good, though. Have you heard his show?
Petty's show. Tom Petty's show is really good, too.
Yeah, that's Buried Treasures.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great show. I haven't heard it in a while, but that guy knows
He's got some
music.
eclectic.
But if you heard Dylan's show, it's brilliant because he'll go back to the early 20th century, the cylinder stuff, and he'll go through the 20s and the 30s and 40s, and then he'll play something current that he likes, and then he reads some of the poetry that he never did in a song. So I forgot the name of that show. It's called Bob Dylan's Old Time Radio Show. I mean, you can't go wrong. So he plays a lot of that, that stuff. But what blew my mind, like I'm saying, is the influences of metal artists. What about you? Who are some of your greatest influences, past, present, and up and coming?
When I first started playing, a lot of Metallica, Megadeth.
Yeah, cool.
Stuff like Pantera.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I just watched Glastonbury at 2011, and
yeah?
Megadeth was there,
Yeah.
and Metallica and Anthrax and Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah, now a little bit more like like Mudvayne, Slipknot.
Sure.
Stuff like
They
that,
were there too. Slipknot was there
Yeah.
too. Yeah, and you like Primus?
Yeah, I do like Promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rise Against, they're a pretty good band too.
Yeah, I've been kind of hearing a couple other things now, but haven't really got.
Is it Rise Against?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a Rise Against the Machine. Is that the name of the other one?
Rage Against
Rage
the
Against. Yeah, I get them mixed up. That's another. They have a great song called Freedom. I played it for Veterans Day. So anyway, let's wind this up. I'm going to get back into the music, but I want to play one more of your tunes. So let's talk about your website. And can you want to give out the address of your? I mean, you want people to come to your studio? Or you want
It's ImperialSquareMusicStudios.com.
Oh, let's take a look at it. We do this live. So it's www. I'm a fast typist. Not at the moment.
If it comes up.
ImperialStudios.com.
Imperial Square Music Studios.
Imperial. You can wait. Okay. Square. Who else does this? And I go, hey, fuck, I'm going to go to another station. You'll be back. Okay, here it is. I want to look at the site. I probably typed it in wrong. Yeah, my punch is spiked. We'll look at it later, but we gave it give out the website again.
ImperialSquareMusicStudios.com.
Okay, I'll remember that. Definitely, because I can play this back, and then I'll remember. It's a Saturday night, man.
Arqum knows where it is.
I know.
I
I'll
think
send
he
it to you.
remembers.
It's in his
where it
pocket. And your album is called?
This is H&Q.
Yeah, and you can get it on your website
is. Featuring Arqum Iqbal.
The greatest name ever. This is why you're going to be a superstar, man. You keep working at it. People will go, hey, they go like this, get that guy, and then they go, get that guy with that name. And then they go, get Arqum Iqbal. Because it's the same way in radio, and it's like, get that guy with the voice, get that Alan, and get that Buddha man. It's like, and it takes about 20 years. No, I'm just kidding. So you might be halfway there. Actually, in today's digital age, it's faster because of what you can do. You can put it at Facebook, Twitter. You can do all kinds of things that you couldn't
last time
do.
I was on your show, I got a lot of traffic the couple days after it.
Because
That was on the drive home, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you constantly coming onto the site, and since we redesigned it, the commercials we're playing, people don't like. But, no one likes them.
Yeah,
I don't like them. But, they pay the bills. I didn't play any throughout this entire interview because that would be rude. I'll do that later. I can take care of the bills later. Oh, my phone's making funny noises. Thank you, Bill Gates, for your funny noises phone. So anyway, what song shall we play off of the album that's called H&Q? Why is it called H&Q now? Is there a reason for that?
Well, it's kind of a long-running
We
joke
have our
with
engineer is a little on the young side, and I don't think he's ever kissed a girl, but that may not be true. But
what does H&Q have to do with kissing a girl?
I'll get there.
Okay.
He used to sit there and tell us when we would go get dinner, I'd hit that and quit that. And if you met him, it is even funnier.
The hit and quit album?
Yeah, hit it and quit it.
It's great when you're young, you can do that. As you get older, it doesn't work. You got to find one, maybe two. Don't let one know about the other one. So,
how about Into the Fire?
Don't tell my wife. Okay, actually, I've been a good husband for 18 years. Nothing on the side yet. A good wife yet. Thank you, honey. She can't hear me right now, and she won't be listening back unless she sneaks into my computer in the middle of the night. Okay, so what song shall we play here?
How about Into the Fire? I believe it's track 4.
Track 4. All right. Thank you guys for being on the show.
ArqumIqbal.com. Thanks, Buddha Man.
Yeah, you're very welcome, man.
I'd like to say hi to my wife at home, my little boy. I love you guys.
All right. And you want to say a shout out to anybody out there?
Yeah, just friends and family.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Kathleen.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing.
Listen carefully and know the best time in your life.
4 minutes till brain damage.
K-O-N-G. Calm. Monster Rock.
The crowd you keep lives in utopian trance. The 1960s was their best chance. Fight the liberal walls, just look at the cows. Their ideology's already lost. Your heroes are enemies, heroic or slam. It's your